Hello, hello. I'm Priscilla with Priscilla's Greenhouse coming at you again today. I was telling you I would probably most likely have to do a part two on this video, and the other one is booting up. It takes a while, it's a little delayed. Excuse me a moment. Where are my forever advancing yourself people? You all know how we do this thing. We do take it from level to level to level to level. How are you all doing today? I know it's going to look a little awkward, but I had to have two cameras going today. One camera is not operating like I want it to, so I don't want to make a video and spend almost 2 hours showing you all things and then come to find out I no longer have a copy of it. It's good to see you all today. It's good to see all of my visitors and the people that's going to be looking at the videos at a later date. And I'm glad you all could join me today. And one of the cameras, I'm on a laptop with one online network and platform, and I'm on my cell phone with another platform, and it's going in and out, and my laptop is perfect. It's showing a perfect picture. It's not any glare popping in and out. I don't know what's going on with that camera, but I know that this setup is just perfect. So this is the setup I'm going to deal with for today, but I want to welcome everyone from both platforms. Good to have you all here today. Hello, hello. What's going on, Miss Susie? Hanging out with Susie in the greenhouse. How you all doing? Cheryl, thank you all for joining. Appalachia Planning, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Hello, everybody. All right, here we go. I was telling you all about a grow light that I was waiting for to come in the mail, right? I finally received my grow light, and I was telling you all about the kelvins and the lumens of a light when it comes down to what I'm doing here. Over in this corner, I have seeds that have already broken through the soil, and they're ready for the next level of transplant. So I transplanted these seedlings. I transplanted these seedlings over here maybe a couple of days ago. All right? And I'll just show you all a couple of the seedlings. But we're going to talk about this light. And this is what the back part of the light looks like, okay? Here's the back part of the light. And you just screw it in into a light fixture. Just a regular light. Just screw it in where a light bulb goes in at. The plants are looking wonderful. They really are looking beautiful. And I'm not going to be doing too much adjusting to this camera right here because my audience is mainly here and my audience is there also. And I want to thank both platforms and people from showing up today. But sometimes, you know what? When I say level to level to level to level, we have got to keep moving. We have got to keep it pushing, people, from level to level to level. And I don't want to take a gamble with a cell phone that's going in and out and it's not showing any really good footage for me. It appears that I need another phone now, and I just purchased a new phone, but it's going in and out, and it's defeating the purpose of why I really got it. And it was going out earlier real bad. It's doing a little better now, so maybe the problem has been rectified. I sure hope so. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. All right, I just want to show you all the plant. And I have to kind of like lean in with a laptop. And I just want to let everybody see it. You know, you all probably say, what she got going on here? But it's all about letting different audience see what I am doing in this season. But this is a straight neck squash plant. A straight neck squash plant. And I want you all to just get a look at it. A straight neck squash plant. But I can't come too close to this camera right here because I'm going to take focus on this camera right here. All right, but this is the main one that I'm going to be using. This is a straight neck squash plant. This plant was planted from a seed on February the 4th. February the 4th, this plant, the seed was planted. And the true leaves of this plant is beginning to come through. And once you see true leaves come through on any type of vegetable plant, it's time for you to feed the plant then. This plant needs some nutrients and needs some food to help it to grow. And I have a mixture of perlite. Some of my homemade compost is off in here. Perlite, some of my compost, and peat moss. And I have peat moss in this mixture here. This is a waterproof container that I'm getting ready to work with. Because I have soil in here that I have made up already. Okay, I've made this soil up already. So, here we go, people. I'm going to place this straight neck back over here. And I'm going to show you all the cucumber plant. This is another level. Taking it to level. Like it or not, Priscilla taking it to another level. All right, here's the cucumber plant. And I thank you all for patronizing my online plant showing adventure. I call it an adventure because I love doing it. This is the Market More cucumber plant. This is the Market More cucumber plant here. And these plants are going to be ready to go outside in about a couple more months. You see the true leaves on it. That's the true leaves on this plant. Okay? True leaves. The other two leaves are going to fall off, but these are the true leaves. And once they start developing the true leaves, it's time for some nourishment. All right, I'm going to put it back because we're moving right along this morning. That's why I always tell people, if you start out with me, you'll know exactly where I'm at. And that way I won't have to keep going over the same things over and over and over again. I have two setups here. This area over here is for plants that has been growing from seed. And I'm getting ready to show you some more because I'm getting ready to transplant more. But before I jump the gun, what I want to do, I'm going to go on and put my gloves on so we can move forward. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, everybody. I'm so glad you all could join me. I'm glad each and every one of the platforms can join me. But I'm moving on to a different viewing audience also, because sometimes you get stagnated at a certain level. You may get stagnated on a certain social network or a platform where people are really not 100% interested in what you're doing. And you know when people are not interested and they're not trying to learn, you have to move on to another viewing audience where other people are going to come in, usually from another platform. Like, I can name platforms all day long, but I won't do that now because I know what platform I'm looking at right now. And you all know what platform you're on right now. You're viewing me from this platform live. And I thank you all for joining today. Now, let me show you a little bit about this light here. And you can purchase this light. It's on Amazon. That's exactly where I purchased it from. And I love this light. And here's another light exactly like it over here that I have on these plants. And it throws out enough light, if you ask me. Because what I'm doing right now, I'm like doing an experiment. But at the same time, I'm looking at what I've learned off of online platforms and what people are teaching about and talking about. I have to look at it and see what I can do with a light that doesn't cost me almost $100 for it. If it's going to do the job as a $100 light, and I think I paid can't remember exactly the price, but it's not very expensive. I think I want to say $30 each for these lights. And there's two of them, and they give off a lot of light. Let me tell you a little bit about the specifications of these lights, of this light. Right here is what I'm talking about. And I have one already installed over here on the plants that's growing. They're getting ready to go up to about 2 inches tall now. They're really doing good. And they're not leggy. And I have corn over there also. Okay, let me show you the corn. Let me just show you. And I'm going to be transplanting corn today. We will be transplanting corn today. We will be transplanting corn today, all right? The corn plant. And they are looking beautiful. They're not leggy. They have real thick stalks or stems. They're looking really good. I planted them on February the 4th. I'm going to put them right back over here. They need that light, though. They need that light. It's just like sunlight to them. And here we go. This is like a 45-watt bulb. And KK, I think what it's saying here, it has 6,500 Ks, okay? The power, 45 watts, which is what's on this box, and I'm only reading what's under 45 watts. 6,500 Ks. This light has 6,500 Ks, which is kelvins, which surprised me. It really surprised me that this light, from what's on this box, is 6,500 K. I'll let you look at it for yourself. And I can't reach their cell phone over there, so I'm sorry about that. But it's on there. I want you to just leave it there long enough for you to see it on this other platform here. Can you see it? A little more closer. I want you to see it without that glare on it. So you can see exactly what I'm showing you. I think I dropped it down a little too low. Because that camera is set at an angle. Okay, long enough. It has like a delay in it. 6,500 K. Whatever the base is 22. And the CCT is 3,000 K at 36 watts. But at 45 watts, it's 6,500 Ks. Let's see if there's any more information on here. Super bright bulb. 6,500 K daylight, high bay light, okay? That's the light that plants need to mimic daylight. That's the light that plants need to mimic or imitate daylight that's outside to make the plants feel that the sun is out, okay? So here it is. It's saying it here. It's 45 watts, and it got 4,500 LM, and super bright bulb 6,500 K. So this bulb is exactly what people have, that those big shop bulbs saying 6,500 kelvins is exactly what the plants need. It throws off 6,500 kelvins. That's the light that the plants need to grow. That's going to mimic and imitate outdoor sunlight, so it won't get leggy. They won't be stretching and getting real thin and weak. I don't want the plants getting thin and weak. So let's move on. It's daylight, high bay light lamp with 3 adjustable panels, utility shop bulb. Okay. I think this is a real good purchase that I've made here. It's an energy saving bulb. It saves 80% energy. And always cut off the power supply when you're changing the bulb and the lamp. the brightness contrast of this bulb. I'm just showing you the brightness contrast of the light of this bulb here, the brightness contrast of this bulb setup here. It's 3 bulbs, but on this box it's showing light bulbs, a ratio of this light here is showing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's showing 8 light bulbs on here, okay? 8 light bulbs. It's equivalent to what 8 light bulbs, 45-watt light bulbs can do. 8 of them. 8, not 1, not 4, but 8. And that's what I want you all to see. You see the picture of the light bulbs? There are some light bulbs on there and have 8 light bulbs. And that's what I want you all to see. The 8 light bulbs. I'll get it a little closer. And I hope you can see it. And also, electronic consumption contrast. The electronic consumption contrast. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these bulbs, but their consumption is equal to 1 light bulb, 1 regular light bulb. Believe it or not, that's what this box has on it, and that's what I believe. And I'm going to look at my electric bill because these lights been on for 16 hours going straight from the time the seeds start breaking through. No, 12 hours. Maybe 16, really, because sometimes I don't turn this thing off until after midnight. So, give and take a few hours. Plants are looking real good if it's just 14 hours. If it's just a solid 12 hours. Because I have a timer on here that's on the heat mat. And I actually set it all the way up to 12 hours. So, from 8 in the morning to 8 in the evening, that's 12 hours right there. But then if I restart that timer and reset it again and let it run all the way up until midnight, what is that, 12, 13, 14, that's 16 hours. So they're getting what they should get, and then I cut the lights off at night. Understand that it's important that you cut the lights off of these plants at night. You know why? Because in their natural environment, let me take some cucumbers out. I have some corn out that we're going to be transplanting. It's already over there, so it's fine. It's in the 2nd stage of development, and I need to leave it there. But the tomatoes are not ready. The okra is not really ready. They just broke through the soil. But I do have some Market More cucumbers that's ready. And the beans are ready too, but I don't want to keep them out. And I can set them right here too, because they're right there in the sun. That's what they need. That's what these plants need. It's almost like I'm hardening them off right now. I'll take them out of this here little setup, the little incubator part of it, and I hope both cameras can pick it up, because I'm not going to move anything. I'm not moving anything. It's too much movement. And this is like, I call this my incubator setup. Okay? I call this the incubator setup here. And so, here we go. These are the Market More cucumbers, okay? And I just want you to look at how healthy they look. And they're not leggy at all. And I didn't pay $100 for a light. I think those 2 lights in there from Walmart cost me maybe $7 each. $14 with taxes, maybe 16 bucks. And then I have another one, just got 1 bulb in it from Walmart. And that's why I do my own experiments. When I see things on YouTube or anywhere, maybe somebody else had to do it like that. But I'm looking at what is it that I'm going to do with it, and can it work, and can I still have plants that looks like this, okay? The plants, I still want my plants to look healthy. These cucumbers are not leggy. They're not reaching for the sunlight. They are beautiful. There's some beautiful cucumber plants. They're beautiful cucumber plants. And I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. I have 11 cucumber plants in this little setup right here. So now, this is what I'm looking at. I'm going to set these right here because in a way, I'm hardening these plants off in a way. These cucumber plants are used to being in 90-degree weather. This here thing closed up, when I look at the thermometer, 90 degrees off in here with a heat mat that I have to turn down, and that's why they're jumping up so fast. But watch out now. The pepper plants are popping up now. I see my pepper plants that pop through the soil. Peppers are very hard to grow indoors or outdoors. So starting them indoors is the best route. But even with this setup, where everything is closed in and I'm trying to save all of the heat, it's still, they just popped up after being planted on February the 4th, which is not too bad. 10 days. Took them 10 days to germinate. Took them 10 days to come up. And I apologize, people, if you all see me looking in different directions. I have got to save my videos. I can't let one go down or the battery. I got everything hooked up. But sometimes things happen and you can lose a perfect video sometime because of something going wrong with a recorder or something, you know. So I usually have 2 things running at once. And if you think I'm just looking all over the place and ignoring you and paying attention to them and paying attention to this one and ignoring that one, that may be what I'm doing. But at the same time, I've got to be about my business. I've got to get this thing done, and I don't want to lose my footage. I do not want to lose my footage. Whether it's live or whether it's pre-recorded or what have you, I still want to have my footage when I look back and I get ready to replay it, especially if I put 2 hours of my time in to teach people how to grow and be self-reliant and self-sufficient, growing your own food. That's what I'm talking about, growing your own food. So we're going to be transplanting some of these babies today. Some cucumber, going to be transplanting some corn into some larger containers, okay? They need some root space now. They need some root space. They need to grow out now. They can't just stay all confined in one area. It's time for them to move and groove, you know. It's time for them to stretch out and do what they was created to do. I don't want them to be doing like no fig tree. And when Jesus passed by that fig tree, looked at that fig tree, and that fig tree was not producing. Don't be sitting back and not producing, people. Don't be sitting back and being lazy and slowful in these seasons, because sometimes you may get looked at and God may say, you're not even trying to produce anything. You're not doing anything. Watch out now. You don't know what's going to happen to you. I don't know what's going to happen to me either, but I'm just saying. So, let's not be like the fig tree, because Jesus, he dried that fig tree on up. If it's not going to bear no fruit, no one can't eat from it, what's the use in being around, taking up space, if you can't produce no figs for me to eat? So, boom, I dig you up out the soil and throw you in the compost pile somewhere, fig tree. That's how we roll today now, I'm telling you. Here we go. Here we go. Come on, good to see you all this morning. Good morning. How y'all doing? How you doing this morning, people? All right. This light, I'm going to remove this light bulb. This light bulb and this 3-tier light here has the same setup, is what I want you all to see. Same setup. Don't make it complicated. Don't make it confusing when it does not have to be confusing. It's very simple. It has the same screw-in part. So what I'm going to do, take this light here and I'm going to screw it in. Just tighten it. Don't want to tighten it too tight, because sometimes these things can split. And there you go. You have something broke off in your light. Now, it's in there, right? Can you see it? And it's on. I don't want to look at it I do not want to look at it because 6,500 kelvins, and it got to have probably half of that in lumens. That's a powerful light. And you don't want to stare into that type of light, if you ask me. All right. So, I'm going to turn it off. But what this light is going to have to do is another experiment that I'm going to embark upon. This light, I'm going to adjust this light. And the only thing I want this light to do, I'm going to aim it so that it's going to be on these plants right here that I'm getting ready to do something with. And this is an experiment for me to see something on my own, that is. I want to know. I want to know. Understand where I'm coming from. Priscilla with Priscilla's greenhouse wants to know, can these plants live without getting leggy, stretching for light, with this light set up on the outside? Not in a closed-in environment like this. I want to try something now. It's risky, but a lot of times that's how you learn, by taking risk. Not no deadly risk. This is not going to cause me to die. It may cause some of my seeds to end up dying. But in life, you have to take some risk. So my plants can make it to this level, right here, where I just showed you from the incubator, seed starting set up, and seed starting set up there, seed starting set up down there. They have to graduate from this thing. And it's a give or take situation for the plants. The plants have to be strong enough, and they can't be leggy. They have to be strong enough to come out of the incubator, okay? They can't stay babies forever. These things are going to be producing big old tomatoes like this. They're going to be producing cucumbers this long. I'm telling you, they're going to produce bean pods this long. That's going to be feeding me, and I can pick them up in the garden while I'm working, and I can just be snapping them and eating them while I'm working. And that's how I did it last year also. Yes, I did. So let me tell you something. Here we go. It's not hard to do. This is what I do. This is my profession. This is my occupation, whatever you want to call it. This is Priscilla's lifestyle. This is what I love doing. I don't care anything about it being dirty or muddy or whatever is inside the house. Yeah, I have to start this food out in this house now to do an experiment so I can put it in the ground when it's time to put it and introduce it to the outside. These plants have to be ready, or else you know something. That's a lot of my time going through them. And I cannot let this be in vain. It has to do what it was created to do. And they will do what they were created to do. Oh yeah, y'all gonna do what you're created to do, baby. Understand that. My phone is somewhere. I heard it. I don't see it. That's not good. It's somewhere. Oh, well, you know what? I heard it go beep over here. But anyway, the phone right there on the tripod, Lord, help me, Jesus. Got too much going on. All right. I think this is a wonderful light. I love this light, people. This light is called a lead bulb. If you have any questions, just inbox me, and I'll try to help you to get your light, and I can put you on the right track. Hello. How you doing? Good to see you. I'm glad you all could stop by. I'm glad you could stop by. But we're going to keep it moving. And what I'm getting ready to do right now, people, I remove this bulb, right? And I install this bulb. And I turn it on. and it throws out bright light. The thing, what I want you all to understand, hear me closely. Hear me closely. What I want you to understand about these kelvins and the lumens, the distance that light can travel, this light here, the plants that's sitting in this tray, they're going to be fine. I'm not really worried about the plants that's right here. Now, if I decide that I feel that this light is projecting far enough, I feel that the lumens and the kelvins are going far enough to this corner here. Follow me. If I feel like it's projecting far enough to keep another setup of plants from being leggy, I will put another stand right off in the cut here. And that stand will be used only for the bigger plants. I got to keep the small ones that's breaking through the soil in this setup, and I got to keep them very warm, I feel. So I'll go through this mode of peppering and caring for these baby seeds until they start breaking through. And I see something going on down here. Wow. These plants have grown probably, they're growing, but what I have to watch on this shelf, it's time for me to move this shelf up higher. And this is why I need to get these transplanted and out the way. I need to transplant these cucumber plants. I need to get them out the way because I'm watching these plants here. They broke through the soil. I don't want them to start growing real fast. Because if I see this, they have to come out of this setup here, and they have to be right here. They have to be right under a light real close, because they have not started to develop their true leaves yet. And I can't move them over here yet. You follow me? They cannot be moved over here, but I have to watch them. I'm talking about the ones on this second shelf, and the temperature in there right now is 82 degrees. It's at 82 degrees. There's a light. That light is right above them, but it's not 2 inches above them. That light is probably approximately I'll say 6 inches. I would say this light is approximately 6 inches away from the top of that tray. No, 6 inches from the plant that's growing in that domed, it's a dome container. It's like a dome around it. So I'm looking at 6 to 7 inches that the light is above. So what I'm watching for is the plant going to be stretching? I want to know if the plant is going to start trying to stretch for the light. And if I see it, because I've never done this before. I have never, ever done this before. And I'm amazed at what I'm able to do. With what I've seen on YouTube compared to what I'm able to do, I'm like, wow. You know where I'm coming from? Because these plants are not leggy by a long shot. And you see what the setup is like. You don't see no big old long shot light across the top of it for $100-some and $200. Like Skinny Boy Randy be saying, oh, we ain't got no money. I ain't got no money to be spending no money like that for no shop light. We ain't got no money. I like Skinny Boy Randy on YouTube. And I'm not making fun of you, Skinny Boy Randy. You made me laugh so much. I laugh all the time when I look at your video because you're telling the truth about it. Nobody ain't got no money. I like him. But anyway, that's my setup right there. They're not leggy. A matter of fact, oh, they're so beautiful. Wow. They are so beautiful. Y'all just don't know what I'm looking at. All the designs in that straight neck squash plant. All of the lines that's running through. Let me let y'all see something. Understand the beauty of what I'm talking about. Check that plant out. Check that out. I'm just going to let you check that out for a moment, and I'm going to step away for a sec. I want y'all to see something. Tell me that's not a beautiful plant. Don't you see it? Look at the designs of that straight neck squash plant. The designs, the lines, the true leaf coming up in the middle. That baby is not playing there. And I got it in some of my dynamite compost. It can't go wrong. Ain't no way it can go wrong. It's making it even stronger. Because I made that compost. I sure did. Anyway. I'm back, y'all. I'm back. I'm sorry. I'm back. But I just wanted to show off to my other listening audience the straight neck squash plant. And it's doing marvelous over here. Getting hardened off. See, I'm hardening these plants off still in a way. They're coming out of 80 to 90 degree temperatures into this house. I keep the door is open now to this room. And there's other cool air circulating around in here. And that cool air is causing these plants to do something. I don't know what it's causing them to do. But you can best believe it's causing these plants to acclimate to a lower temperature because they're going to be outside. So I think this is like an early stage of hardening off that's going on right now. They don't have any aluminum foil around them. Everything that goes on in this room, if I fan them like this here, they say you rub your hands around and blow air on them so they can think that they're outside, because I have to harden these plants off eventually before I can put them in the ground outside, that is. I have to harden them off for about 2 weeks. And hardening it off means that you're acclimating the plants, the little baby seedlings. These things have to be acclimated to the outdoor temperature or they will die. So I have to, you see weather like this? You see this little plant here? This is a perfect area for it right here. I can sit it right there. Even better, if I'm trying to harden the plants off, people, I could take this here thing right here and put it outside in a sunny spot, because I do believe, that's if it's close to 50 degrees out. But this is a cucumber plant. I would rather leave it in here in some sunshine, because cucumbers are kind of funny. But you can take a bean plant, you can take some peas, and you probably could put them out once they start growing a little bit outside in probably 50-degree weather with the sun out, and watch them. The thing about it is you got to watch them just like you're watching children play outside. You got to watch them and see what's going to go on with them. You got to watch them and see if they're going to start crooking over. And if their little plants, their little stems start bending over, it's time for you to bring them inside, because they're struggling then. You know, they're starting to bend over like this. And they're standing straight up like this here when you have them inside. And when you take them outside and you see them start to do this, they're starting to break down. They're starting to bend over like this and curl down. Bring them back inside and give them some heat. Give them some heat. Give them some light. Put them up under that light again. And let them get strong again. And you do it over and over again until once you put them out in about another week or so, after you done put them out every day, that is, in warm weather, and then you watch that plant. And if it doesn't start bending over and curling leaves in, you can leave it out there probably for about a couple of hours then. You're watching it still. Bring it back inside the house. Same thing if you have a greenhouse. I have a little greenhouse set up. Those plants that's underneath there that been growing really above a compost pile that's plastic off, those plants, there's some flowers, as a matter of fact, they're going to have to be hardened off. I can't just take them out of the greenhouse and stick them in the ground. They're going to die. I have to do the same thing with greenhouse plants that I'll do with these plants right here. And it's called acclimating. Hello! Hayla? Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? Is that Carmuka? Good to see you all. I'm glad to see you all today. Subscribe to my video and hit the like button. You all can come and join me anytime I go live. And once you subscribe to my channel, what you're going to see is get a notification that I'm live. And the only thing I'm trying to do is show people how to grow some vegetables. Because everything is going up so high. Food prices is on the rise. And I want you all to learn how to grow your own food. I'm glad you all could join me today. Subscribe to my channel, and every time I go live, guess what? You're going to be notified. Thank you all. Thank you all. Don't forget to read the description. Read my description under transplanting garden beans and vegetables, because that's what I was doing earlier this morning. But I'm going to change that title also, because I'm getting ready to transplant corn and market more cucumbers. So here we go. The true leaves beginning to develop. These bad boys need some minerals, and they need some little fertilizer in it. And what I use is my own mixture of my compost that I make, okay? All right, let's do this. Good you all could join me this morning. Or this afternoon. Wow, time has jumped. Here we go. And I hope both cameras can pick up the footage. What I'm getting ready to do is, my soil is in here. I have a mixture of peat moss in here, perlite is in here, some of my compost is off in here, and I have some potting mix that I bought from the store, and I mix some of that in with the peat moss, perlite, some of my compost. I make my own compost, and it turns into soil, of course, and that's what I put in here, a mixture, because the plant's going to need some nutrients. They're going to need some minerals. They're going to need some vitamins. They're going to need everything, and that's what I'm going to give them by mixing this up with a combination of my compost. I may add a little more perlite in there. Then again, a natural environment for a plant that grows outside in the root system. Sometimes it's just down in field soil. Okay, I want you all to follow me. Sometimes it's really just planted outside in field soil that has nutrients in the soil already. Maybe organic matter, dead vegetables, dead type of plant matter. They may have planted a cover crop or something all winter, and they tilled that cover crop in, and they tilled it all in, and it helped to fertilize that field dirt. I'm just trying to go somewhere with you when you think about things that's planted in a field. Let's just say it was a field full of cucumbers growing. I'm not going to be putting too much perlite in here, because there's no perlite in that field soil, okay? Even in the field soil, the peat moss, I would say this peat moss that's in this container would be similar to probably some cow manure mixed in with some grass clippings and broken down compost all mixed together with what have you that has broken down in the soil. And I would say peat moss is kind of similar to that. After it's all broken down, that is. Some people plant different things in straw. But that's another level to be investigated, if you ask me. Hello. I'm so glad to see you all joining my live on YouTube. I'm so glad to see you all coming in. And don't forget to smash that like button, baby. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel, because I am Priscilla with Priscilla's Greenhouse. It's good to see you all. And I'm doing two things at once today because I don't want to lose my footage. Thank you all for stopping by. Stop by anytime. All right, here we go. What I need to do here, I'm going to mix everything in. I already have water in here, so the soil can be nice and moist, okay? Don't want it watery. I don't want too much water in it. And this is an opportunity for me to feel for big old twigs and things that may be in the soil, wood, bark. It's my opportunity to feel for it. So I'm mixing everything in right now. And what I'm going to do, I want to put some more of my compost in here. But you know what? You have to be very careful. You have to be very careful that you don't mix too much compost in, because it may have too much nitrogen in it. And what I found out from trial and error, too much nitrogen will kill a seed before a seed can even sprout. Let me say it again. Too much nitrogen will kill the seed before the seed can even sprout, people. That happened to me last year. And I was wondering, I was upset because I was like, how come none of those bean plants are coming up? And I realized that I had worked a lot of chicken manure into the soil. And I had worked some of my fresh compost off in there. But it was too much nitrogen. So I watered it down, and I mixed in some more potting soil and other things that I had laying around, like soil. And I said, I'm going to try it again. And I tried it again, and my seeds came up. So I learned that you just can't throw a bunch of compost and chicken manure and cow manure, whatever. You can't throw all of that stuff on no seed, because you're going to kill that seed. That seed can't take all that nutrition. It hasn't even broken through the shell yet. Okay? So, what I'm doing here, I got to have my gloves on because I don't want no infection in my finger. That happened to me last year, matter of fact. Took a long time, baby, to get that thing under control. So, that's why you see me with my gloves on. Because, you know, when you buy different potting soils and you make your potting soil, we truly may not know exactly what's all in that soil. So, but I like playing with dirt. I like messing around with it with my bare hand. But I've learned that I need to be a little careful about it. So I'm breaking this up. And it's ready. It's crumbly. It's not soaking wet. There's a piece of stick. Take that out. Now, I already sanitized my containers. I keep any type of containers that plants come in if I order something offline. And I sanitize them with a bleach solution mixed with water. So what you want to make sure, this plant needs some nourishment. And if you just got plain potting soil and they're developing their two true leaves on the top, and you just have potting soil, plain potting soil is not going to cut it, baby. It's not going to cut it, not for these plants with the true leaves coming. When their true leaves start showing up, they need some nourishment. Remember that. Remember, they got to graduate to another level then, because they need some nourishment to continue to grow properly. They're going to die. I'm just going to tell you like this here, they are going to die if you don't give them some type of nourishment. And that nourishment could be some compost that you've made. I make my own compost. All right, you can probably say, I don't have any homemade compost. Okay, get you some garden tone. Get you something like this. It's organic garden tone, herbs and vegetable food, organic gardening, okay? Bigger, abundant harvest, okay? All natural, long lasting. Now, just for demonstration purposes only, and I don't have very much, and you say you don't have any compost to mix in with your peat moss, your perlite, and a potting mix. Wow. One moment. Because this person, sometimes a person will call you and they'll keep on ringing your number. They won't stop until you answer it. And I've been waiting on this call. I'm sorry, people, but I got to take it. I've got to take this call. Sometimes it just happens like that. Well, it stopped ringing. So let me just keep my hands like this in case the person calls back. But isn't it kind of aggravating when you waiting on a phone call all morning and the individual does not call, and as soon as you start doing something important, well, it's important to me, that's when they start ringing your phone. It makes you wonder, do they see you online, and that's when they decide to do it? I hope not, because that's not good at all to do a person like that, because this is business that I'm taking care of. And I have no time for games when I'm doing this, because I take it just that serious. So you all saw what I did. I threw some of that organic, it's like an organic fertilizer, but just a little. You still do not need to put a lot in there, because you know what? You don't know what's really in that fertilizer. You don't know what's in that organic stuff. Somebody made that. And we're just doing like trial and error, and especially if you spring brand new at it, keep on searching. Keep on teaching yourself on YouTube and other channels. Teach yourself, teach yourself. Okay, but here we go. It's time to get these things transplanted. That's what it's time to do. Now, these are cucumbers. 2 cucumber plants won't do it. I got to have 1 in each container. Now, I transplanted 2 bean plants, and I left them in the same container because it's a bean plant. I possibly could get away with cucumbers doing that also, with 2 plants in the same pot. And then when I put it in the ground, it's going to be the same way. I may just if I put 2 of these plants in the same container, you better know something. I'm going to feed that container, because it's 2 root systems now. You're not talking about 1 root system. You're talking about 2 root systems, and they're battling, and they're competing for nourishment. And you don't want the nourishment to be low, because if you got a heavy feeding type of plant, you want it to be a strong plant. So this is what I'm going to do. It's an experiment. It won't hurt. It won't hurt to learn. And I'm going to half it, because I know about how deep that tray is, and I want it to rest right on top. So tap that down. Now, to remove 2 of these plants, the only thing I have to do is squeeze this tray. Just squeeze it at the bottom. You can see it coming up a little bit. Squeeze it. And really and truly, I'll lean it over a little bit and squeeze it. And pull it out a little bit. It should come right on out. And there it is. Okay, that's the cucumber plant. And there's 3 plants off in this bad boy. I got to separate them. There's 3 plants sitting here looking at me with their true leaves popping up at the top. They're looking real pretty. The true leaves are coming up in the top of these here cucumber plants. Excuse me a moment. Well, I got to show you all something here. Here's the true leaves coming up here. They're beautiful plants. True leaves already popping up on them. They're beautiful. They sure are. They're really pretty. All right. See, I got time to do this. I'm glad I got time to do it. I'm back. Good to see you all. All right. To separate these things. Now, I've seen several ways to do it, but I water them real good before I get ready to separate them. Now, what you can do, I don't like to spray them with water. What I like to do is just shake it. Put some of the soil in the cup right here that came from these plants. Be careful now. You got to loosen it up, because the root systems, they're going wherever they want to go. Try not to tear the plant all to pieces. Try not to break the roots up. Doing this here, if you want to pour water over it, some people pour water. Okay? Some people use water. Some people just spray, 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 and turn, turn, turn. Okay, let's try this here. It's still going to be the same thing almost, if you ask me. But that's what some people do, and they get water and pour onto the root system also. But here we go. It's just easy, 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 easy. Breaking it apart. Break it apart. You'll see it coming apart. You shake the soil off. Shake the soil off. Shake the soil off. This is a careful, you have to be careful in this step right here. You don't want to destroy the root system. But since I'm going to put 2, okay, that's fine. That's separated. I'm going to rest it over here. I'm going to put 2 in there anyway, right? So I'm just going to set it down like this. I can smell that cucumber plant, you all. I'm going to set them just like this. Take some soil. I'm going to put a little space in between. Simple as that. Simple. Press it down, press it down, press it down. You know why? To get the air pockets out. You don't want no air pockets in there. And now, here you go. You got 2 nice cucumber plants transplanted into a larger pot. And now they're ready to be placed in another area so they can start growing. And hopefully they won't get leggy and start stretching for the sunlight. Now I'm just cleaning up the pot some, that's all. Alright, just make sure there's no air pockets in there. It's already watered good enough. I got a tray sitting right over here. I'm going to place it right here. And I know those are cucumber plants, but remember to label your plants. I know those are beans because I just put them over there this morning. And I know for sure these are cucumbers. And crook neck, is it straight neck? Squash plant, okay? But here's the labels, plant labels. I'll be writing names on it later. But what I want to do right now is here's another cucumber plant that's sitting here. I'm going to make a hole in the soil, put it off in there. You don't have all day long. You don't have all day long to be playing around with the plant. Just put it in there, tap it down, take the air pockets out, set it over, set it aside. That's what you need to be doing. Don't have time to be playing with it all day. Moving right along. Squeeze the bottom. Put your finger around it. Turn it upside down. Take the cell out. You got your plants out. Right? There's 4 cucumber plants here. Now, when it gets like this, I start thinking another way. And you have to do it. And I'm looking to, because this area is going to be taken up after a while. There, I can't really put another pot there. I probably could put a plastic cup there, which I don't have out here. I have it in storage. I probably could get a plastic see-through cup, put holes in the bottom of it, fill it up with soil, or either I could cut this off. I could really do it. There's enough room for it. So let's do this. Put that water in there. Box cutters or scissors. You have to have a good pair of scissors. I hope this is a good pair. I'm going to use this as a potting thing. Cut some holes in the bottom. About 4 areas so water can come out of this here water bottle. That's all I'm using. I have to think of this here at the last minute. We want water to be able to come out, and I'm taking care of that. Now, the cucumber plant is going to stay in this thing for about 2 months. So, I want it to have enough soil. So, I'm going to take the top of this off by cutting it off right here. And I'm going to remove this old plastic off of it. You don't have to get so sophisticated with trying to do stuff. I'm going to turn this into a potting cup. I'm going to turn it into a potting cup, and it got bent up a little bit. The only thing I'm going to do to unbend it is just stick something out the bottom of it like this here. Okay, now it's flat again. It's flat again. All right. Fill it up with soil. It's not that complicated, people. I don't think I'm trying to get you to see. It's not that complicated. Fill this up. Tap it, tap it, tap it. Okay, I want to drop that down in there. I just tap, tap, tap like this here. Now, it's going to take up about that much. Put a little more soil in it. Now, set this right here. Let's separate it. I just like to roll it around a little bit in my hand. It's going to fall apart. Sometimes they may break, but that's why you plant a lot of them. You just work it loose. And there you go. Now rest that right there. Now, do I want to put one plant in here? And I think I do. I think what I want to do is just put one plant off in here. And I'm just going to sit it right here. Set it down there just like that. I could have brought it up further to the top, but I am going to leave it just like that. Hold it in place. Put some soil around it. I want to put it on this side because it's leaning. Just slide it over to the middle. Put some soil around it. Simple as that. All the way up there and tap it down around it. Get the air pockets out. There you go. Cucumber plant. Water bottle. Because it's on that area is big enough for another water bottle. Cucumber plant, and sit it right here. One more water bottle can fit right here. So, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Another empty water bottle. Let's do the same thing. Here's another empty water bottle. And there's enough room over here for another empty water bottle to be used to put a cucumber plant in it for transplanting. Okay, set that right here. I'm going to let it get some sun while I'm doing all this. And I can turn this off. Don't need all that on. All right, I'm going to cut. A nice pair of scissors can cut you some holes on the side to drain it. They drainage holes. Plastic is nice and thin. And then, I want the root system to be nice and deep because it's going to grow a while. So, I'm going to bend it like this. Take it off just like that. Remove that plastic rim. Throw it away. Got the holes in it. Only thing you need to do now is bent it up a little bit, so I'm going to straighten it up. It's nice and flat again. Fill this up with soil. Take the soil. Where am I forever advancing yourself, people? You all know how we do this thing. Take it from level to level to level to level. I'm going to put both of these in here because one of them like is leaning over a little bit. And if it's able to survive, I'm just going to put it in here and let it survive. I'm going to put soil all around it. It's looking a little weak. It's looking a little weak for some reason. So if it's not weak and it can survive, I'm just going to put soil around it and see what they're going to do. If it come back, come back. If it doesn't, the other one is looking really nice and strong. So get the air pockets out, press it down all the way around. Don't press it too hard to break the thing up. I'm doing this here to compact the soil, to get the air pockets out. That's all I'm doing. Okay, that's that. Cucumber. Market more cucumber. Holes already in it. I made a real quick pot holder, or planter, for the cucumber plant. And I'm going to put it right over here. Now, that's my little setup. Nice and neat little setup. Have garden beans, market more cucumbers over here, straight neck, squash plant, and corn. Now, it's time for me to pot up some corn. It's time for the corn to go in the container. It cannot stay in these little things forever. So, here we go. Let me mix this up real good. This corn. These are corn seedlings. They're ready to be transplanted in a container like this now. And I'm going to really put them down deep. I'm going to put them down deep because they're going to have to grow. And you see the roots trying to come out the bottom of the containers. That's another sign that you need to put them in a bigger container when the roots start popping out the bottom. All right. Same thing. Sweet corn, country gentleman. Planted the seed on February the 4th. It's been growing for 10 days. 10 days. Now, I'm going to squeeze the bottom all the way around. And I'm just going to get it, lean it to the side, pull it out. Wow, look at the root system. There's 3 pieces of corn growing here, people. It's 3. I saw a man. He transplanted corn plants like this. But he transplanted them into gallon pots. And that's why I have 2 corn plants in that gallon pot. When he transplanted them, he was growing 2 corn plants in a gallon pot. It looked like it was a gallon pot, which is a nice sized pot. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. So what I'm going to do here, wow, the root system looks so good. I'm going to pour some soil out because I want to put it kind of deep down in there. That's cool. And I'm going to separate these corn plants. This is loosening the soil up some more. That's all I'm doing. I need to not tear the root system up too bad. So, be careful. Because this intertangle and intermingle, they all tied up in here some kind of way. But you know, if you break some of it, it's not going to kill them. But you know what? You don't want to break it up too bad. So just kind of work it. You don't want to hear too much cracking of that seedling. Of those roots popping loose. Shake it loose a little bit. See, can we get this plant loose? Shake it. Up and down, side to side. Shake it. And pull it a little bit. Shake it. I mean, it's in there. It done jumped all the way to the other side or something. But be patient. Be real patient. Work it loose. It's in there some kind of way in that mud. And you got to get it loose without destroying it. Some people say, oh, you just pull it on apart. I don't want to do it like that though. Got that loose at the bottom. Now, it's tied in some kind of way right in here. You got to all knot it up right in there some kind of way. The root system. And that other root system. There it is. See, there's these two plants here. Now, put it right in the middle. The corn plant. Press it down in there and put some soil around it. Now, that's corn. It's ready. Now, I'm looking where I'm going to put this stuff. Right now, I'm going to sit it right here. Good enough. Put my tomatoes back in here because I need this shelf now. I need this top shelf for transplant. Put the tomato here. I'm going to move the zinnia plants and put them on the windowsill. I got some paper towels in the bottom of this here. I don't want paper towels in there either. I want this as a watering tray. I can pour water in there and water the plants like that. I can pour water in this tray, and the corn and anything that I put in this here metal aluminum tray is going to self-water itself. I don't have to be the one that constantly watering. Only thing I have to do is pour water into this tray, and I hope you all can see this tray over here. All right? So, corn plants. And I could put about 5 of those on there. And I may have to do the corn the same way. Put it inside of a water bottle. Save your water bottles if that's the case. It seems like that's what I'm having to do. 2 corn plants here all tangled up. There's 2 of them. I just want to do an experiment though, people. I have to do an experiment. I'm going to put 2 of them in here, spread apart. Alright? As a matter of fact, the root system came apart already. So I'm going to just set them in here. Give them enough space to grow. Put some dirt around them. Give them their own little area to grow in. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep it fertilized real good with compost. Give them a chance to grow. And press it down because press them down in there. Just press. Don't just pack it too tight, but make sure there's no sticks in there. The main thing, make sure they don't have a bunch of sticks all in the way. Sometimes potting soil have a bunch of sticks in them depending. It's just you got to check your potting soil out anyway. Alright? Even compost that I make. Sticks may be in it. I'm made to it. I know there's some sticks in there because I made it. Tree sticks, tree bark, everything. Alright. There's 2 nice little corn plants here. I'm going to see what they're going to look like. They're going to have to grow together because it's my experiment. I have to know that 2 plants can grow in here for a couple of months and still be healthy enough for me to set out probably side by side just like this and see will they still produce a lot of corn or will they struggle to produce corn. If I keep it fertilized with organic matter and chicken manure, what have you, compost tea, they should grow just fine, I do believe. So I'm going to place this corn right here, and I can water it from the bottom. And since I done shocked it so much, I'm gonna give it some light. I done messed around and pushed it around and shook it around, and I'm gonna give it a little light for a couple of hours to let the roots get established again. It takes longer than 2 hours, but I know what I've been doing to this plant. I like to clean up as I go, because once this video is over with, I don't want to be doing a bunch of cleaning. So I'm getting this stuff out the way right now. I got me a garbage container over here, a bag, whatever you want to call it. Now, I know that's corn. I don't really have to label that. I know it's corn, and corn is a grass. It's in the family of grass, okay? It's a grass. Corn, and I'm doing this experiment. I have 2 corn plants right here in 1 container, and I need to move on. I got to keep it pushing. I need to go on and keep on moving because I'm not finished. I have 4 corn plants that I have to get in here, and I may, you know, a corn plant, it all depends. They don't get real big around the stalk of it. If you look at a corn plant, to get about that round with the roots going out like this. Now, if I know I need to separate the 2 plants that's growing in the same container, when I get ready to put them in the ground, I'll separate them then. If I still want to move on with my experiment, I'll stick both of them in the ground. Because I do believe, without a shadow of a doubt, they're going to do great. They're going to be in there, and the roots going to move and go down deep or whatever they have to do to survive now. To get to the water, to get to the nutrients. Those plants got a DNA inside of them to let them know what they need to do. I do believe that. I believe it. So, let me get some soil and get ready to put these other plants in the ground, in the containers. I'll be doing this anyway. I might as well do it and let you all see. And maybe some people are learning something. Might as well. All right. Same thing. Squeeze the bottom of this little plastic tray here. They're real soft. And just grab them. I grab them just like this here. Make sure you grab the ones in the right tray. Here it is. Okay. There's 2 corn plants. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to shake them loose. They separated really easy. Look. Sit it right on top of the soil. In the middle. Put soil around it. Soil around it. Soil around it. Press it down. Press it down. Press it down. Press it down. That's it. That's it. Simple as that. Simple as that. Nothing major. If you want to make it hard, make it hard. But I don't make it hard. I just go and do it. Wipe the pot off. Because it is inside the house and I want to keep it wiped down nice and neat. So, put it right there. See there? Put it right there. Start getting sun right now. You take the next one, do the same thing. Drop it down in the middle. Put soil around it. Hello everybody. I'm glad you all could join. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. Subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can know when I go live. Or sometime when I'm live on YouTube, I'm not live on any other platform. Only today because I think I was having problems with the computer. And the phone is going in and out with the light. So I don't like that at all. That's another reason why I just I have to go live on my laptop with YouTube, which is fine. I'm not complaining about that. I'm just glad I'm able to do it. All right. I have 2 more corn plants. And let me do this. Let's get them in. Think about it. There's no time to waste. Just do what you got to do. Don't procrastinate. Keep it moving. And I'll be done. And it's very, very shortly. And here's this label here. I'm going to lay it aside, but I'll use this label for another plant. Just press, press, press. Upside down, take it out. And you can keep these and use them. I cut this here. This wasn't like a tray just like this, okay? It was a tray with 6 cells in it. But I couldn't fit it, the 6 cell tray in there, so I cut it down the middle, and the third one fit right down underneath the grow light. That's why I had to do it like that. All right. I guess I'll separate these, okay? And they're very easy. They come loose perfectly. It's not hard to separate corn plant. Set it right in the middle and put soil around it. I see some type of something on there, but it's okay. From seed to harvest. The harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. Got it. Happy Valentine's Day, people. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone. And with that said, I want to say something to you all. Some of you, Valentine's Day is just one day, people. Okay, understand that. And don't be all upset. Don't mess your whole day up over one person. It's only one day out of 365 days in a year. And you're going to let one day just destroy your whole mood and everything. Find you something to do. If you by yourself, find you something to do today. If you done broke up with somebody, you get out the house and find something to do. That person's not that important. If they didn't want you, if she didn't want you, if he didn't want you, why are you moping? Why are you moping? You got to try to push forward and leave that alone now, because you're a greater one. You're bigger than that. Yeah. It's Valentine's Day. And a lot of people just fall out and fight and fuss and do everything on this day. If you want you a necklace, go buy you a necklace. If you want something, go buy it. And block that clown. Block him or her. If they can't spend no time with you today, and they've been spending time with you all year, block them. That's what I say. Block him, block her, and keep it pushing. Let them know you're important too. I don't go for that one. Valentine's Day or not. They don't want to answer their phone today? All right, don't answer yours for the rest of the year. Forget them. Some people say it's easier said than done. No, it's not. You start doing it, you'll find out that you can do it. You may be doing it in tears, but you can do it. You ain't gonna let nobody push you over like that and treat you like a dog now. Nah. The only thing you need to do is think about how he did you on Valentine's Day, how she did you on this day. Just think about it, think about it, think about it, and keep it moving. And let God allow somebody else to come in your life. Stop worrying about that person. Just look at it as God freeing you up. You're free now. You're free. Go buy you something. Stop wasting your time. Don't be doing that. Greater is he that's within you than he that's out there in these streets and in the world. And I don't care who it is. I've been married forever, but I ain't gonna let no box of candy make me fall out and go get a divorce. People be forgetting about stuff. Well, if that woman forgot about Valentine's Day and that man forgot about Valentine's Day, don't beat them up because they forgot. They probably working 3 and 4 jobs trying to take care of you. So let them slide. Let them slide. Especially if you've been with that person forever. Now, if they've been treating you good all the time, come on, people, give that person a break. They've been treating you good, you can let them slide today now. You ain't got to be going through no divorce because of a box of chocolate and some flowers and some name brand clothes. It's just one day. Understand that. It's all right. Yeah? I remember I was young back in the day. I would be fussing too about it, and then I realized, forget it. When you don't say nothing about it too much, they be like, oh, I'm sorry. Why you didn't say nothing? You just look at them like, whatever. But most of the time, they don't forget. They don't forget. But my thing is, you're a queen. You're a queen, and you're a king. If they want to trip with you on the day, hey, just remember that. That's all I'm saying. Priscilla don't need to get in no trouble on Valentine's Day. But I just tell you, you remember it. Don't pretend it didn't happen. Keep it right there in the back of your mind that that's exactly the way he treated you on Valentine's Day. And that's how she treated you. And you know what? Keep a smile on your face. But you ain't got to say a mumbling word to him. You don't have to say nothing to him. You can't say nothing to him. When you see you walking with that other man, you ain't got no say nothing to her then either. You ignored her today, don't say nothing to her when she walk around with that big man. That big man walking beside her. You gonna get mad then. Woo! That woman gonna be with her, you gonna be mad then. The woman gonna be with them, you're gonna be mad then. You better treat them right while you can. And if you know you're treating somebody right and they start tripping with you, I tell you, you're a queen, you're a king, you keep it pushing, baby. Keep it pushing. They need to see you out there on the dance floor with somebody else the next day. I don't care where you at. They need to see you breaking down with somebody else. And then they be sitting back looking like an old fool. Then like, I didn't buy them nothing for Valentine's Day. He must be mad with me about that. She must be kind of mad about that. Well, what you think? If they're important to you, they're important to you. If they don't mean nothing to you, they don't mean anything to you. Actions speak louder than words, baby, but sometimes they do forget. They do forget. Give them a break now. But y'all gonna be raising all kind of Cain with that person for forgetting about the day. I know it. Y'all can hang it up. Don't forget. If you haven't ran and got no piece of candy or bubble gum, you better go get something right now and wrap it up real fast. Let it be something. Throw some onions in a skillet or something. Let them smell onions when they walk in the house. You better do something. You better do something. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Y'all know how many times I've had to throw some onions and some hot grease in my life. Being married, you forget stuff. And you're working too. It's hard. And then you got to run by the store and all that stuff, and then if you forget and you done made it home, you're like, man, that's why I have candy laying around the house for Valentine's for a whole week. I've been doing it for years. Whatever I'm going to get for Valentine's Day, it's in the house for a whole week. And I do it for a reason. I do it for a reason. When I'm out and they put Valentine's candy out in January and I see it and there's something else I need to get, I get it then. Because before you know it, Valentine's Day right up on you, right? Or Christmas right up on you. And you like, man, I don't feel like going out there today. And sometimes you may be feeling sick. And you can't go. But don't get all bent out of shape, people, about this one day. But I'm not telling you to take no junk from anybody. That's not what I'm saying this for. I'm not saying take no junk from him or her. And I know I'm doing a planting commercial. That's fine. Everybody need to hear the facts of life. Don't let nobody run over you. There's too many fishes in the ocean and in the sea too and out in the streams for you to be sitting around crying. Dry your eyes. Block that scoundrel booger. Block her. She ain't answering that phone today. Block them, block them, block them, block them, block them. And don't unblock them. I'm telling you. Don't unblock them. This is over with. They did it last year too? Oh yeah, baby. I'll see you. I don't want to be you. Bye. Boom. Get away from around me. Because you end up going to jail about that person. They keep on doing you wrong now. You're going to take that too much. But so, it's over. That's how you have to do it sometimes. All right. Priscilla get in trouble sometimes, people, when I'm making live videos. But life is life. I like the sunshine. I like fishing. I like going places. You know what? You know where a whole lot of your strength lies and you don't even know it. Learn how to be alone sometime. Oh, that just broke your heart, didn't it? Oh, that just made you feel so sad. Because you don't know how to be by yourself. You don't even want to go out and eat by yourself. You think that'll kill you if somebody see you over there in the cut by yourself eating. Man, that's the best time sometimes. Because they wondering and they looking. They wondering why you by yourself. It ain't none of their business why you by yourself. And that's what makes me laugh a lot of times when I go by myself. I don't be waiting on my husband to go with me. If he's tied up, that's all you got to do is tell Priscilla one time that you're busy and you're tied up. Priscilla's not going to keep on begging you. And you'll call and say, where you at? I'm out eating. Oh, you didn't wait for me? No, you took too long. No, I didn't wait. And it's not being rude. I'm ready to eat. And that's not being rude. And if I wait 30 minutes and you're still tied up and you're doing stuff with customers or whatever, I say, hey, I'm going to get ready to go. And then sometimes I won't say anything. I just go. Your strength lies sometimes when you're doing things by yourself with nobody else around. I'm telling you, you can meditate. You can think about things clear without anybody putting their 2 cents in about, well, if I was you, man, I'll do this. If I was you, girl, I'll do that. No, go plant you some seeds. Plant you some bean seeds. Find you something to do on Valentine's Day. And keep on doing it for the rest of the year. And the marking of your transition will be on Valentine's Day of 2022. But my thing is, if you've been crying all day long about something or somebody, don't you think it's time for you to pull yourself up by your bootstraps and do something different for the rest of the evening? Put your clothes on. Go out and do something. Go out and do something now. All right, people, back to this here. It's been good showing you all and talking to you all today. I got a lot accomplished with you all watching and learning. And that's the way I do it. Because you know what? If I'm going to be doing this anyway, I got all these plants transplanted in the stage 2 of their development. Listen, people, I don't have anywhere else to put anything else. Let's see. That shelf is full. Hey, y'all. If my husband kicked me out, can I come stay with y'all? Can somebody let me move in? Because that man going to look in here, he going to say, but you know what? He know me. He knows what I do. And it's nothing raunchy. At least I'm not out in the street giving coochie away to everybody on the block. I know he can stand me growing some plants inside the house. What y'all got to say about that now? But he's not going to say anything. He's going to come in sometime, he'll look. Now I'll look at him just like this. I look back at him. He know that look me. Better not bother me. I look the same way. I be like, but he know what I'm doing. It's healthy. He know that he's going to be eating salad and cucumbers and pickled okra and pickles and everything. He know what's going to happen. But he probably can't believe that I did it in a bedroom. He probably not going to believe, well, he already know it. He looked at the plants today and yesterday. But sometimes it is kind of like a shock, people, you know. What is this? What's this? Okra. That's hybrid cucumber. Okra looking good. That's hybrid cucumber. They got, it's looking kind of funny. It just broke through the soil though. The leaf looking kind of funny on it. I need to take it out. But what I need to do for real though. Okay. There's 2 garden beans planted on February the 4th. You see how big these things are? Yeah. It's time for it to go in a bigger pot. And I got to do it today. And I have exactly 2 more left. But let me go and, I want to sanitize my pots out real fast. Bear with me. I'll be right back. I want to sanitize with my bleach solution because there's some soil off in there. And I don't want anything to be in my pots, okay? You all can miss me for 2 minutes. Ouch! I bumped my head. Oh my goodness. I'm back. What I had to do, since I have a couple more bean plants that I need to get transplanted, I had to sanitize my containers with a bleach solution, right, before I put a new plant off into it, because there could be a fungus, there could be bacteria or anything in these pots. These are grow pots. I grow different things in them. So right now, what I'm getting ready to do, these garden beans been growing for 10 days. 2 plants, beautiful. I'm talking about so pretty, so beautiful and healthy, people. I want y'all to look at there. So pretty, beautiful, beautiful plant. Can you see it? Can you see them? Let me let y'all get a bird's eye view of it. Good evening. Beautiful plant. The true leaves develop. They've been growing for like 10 days. That's how beautiful they are. I'm going to tell you all something that I did. I'm going to tell you all something that I did with my seedlings. When I planted my seed, the seeds of this here garden bean plant, I put just a little bit of my compost off into the potting mix. I didn't put a whole lot, but I wanted these roots to be introduced to some dynamite ingredients. And I'm just going to try to break these apart right now, just like this, breaking the soil. And that's why I put a little of my compost in there. And that's why they're so beautiful. That's why they look so healthy and so thick, and they're solid. They're not leggy. They are beautiful plants. Do you hear me? Beautiful. With my grow lights that I use right there on them. I need to break this up. They are really entangled. Just got to kind of shake the root systems loose. They done just got tangled up. They don't know which way to go. It's up to us to untangle them. Just shake it, and there you go. Oh, here we go. Come on. Here we go. Come on. Ooh, they smell so good. I know y'all think I'm crazy. Oh, man, they smell so good. I'm for real, though. Oh, they smell just like beans. 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 Left, you left. Left, right, left. Your military left. Your left, your right, now pick up the step. Your left, your right, your left. Sound off, sound off, sound off, sound off. Bring it on up now, bring it on up. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm a military woman. I was called calling cadence in the morning time while we marching with all that equipment on us in the military, army. Tiny bubble in my beer makes me happy, makes me want to cheer. That's a cadence. You left me. I'm a private now. We singing these songs. You left me last night. You left me. But you on your left foot then. But that's all right. I'll find another. Just you wait and see. Find another. As pretty as can be. That's those cadence. I was 17 years old when I went to basic training. And I still remember those songs. But we had a bad drill sergeant, Sergeant Leota. That was a bad man right there. He was a Polynesian. That cat was bad. I was young. I was a young girl. He was a good drill sergeant, though. That was a real good drill sergeant right there. I was 17. I still have to go back to school and graduate. But here's my bean plant. Look at that bean plant. That bean plant is ready. It's ready. It's ready. And sorry for talking to two cameras, people. You know, I just don't want to have anybody feeling left out. But it's ready. And I don't know where I'm going to put it. Can't put it in there anymore. This is full. I got to probably have to buy another, invest in another shelf. This is for real what I'm doing, people. I'll probably have to clean all this out. I'll probably have to put another shelf, bookshelf, and I have one already in the box. It's going to be a tight squeeze though. With this light, it gives off more light. So I'm going to boot it up against this one, probably right here. Give me just enough room to walk. I just need just enough room to walk, just like in a garden. I just need enough walking space. And so I'll probably put one here, because the bottom shelves here, I would have to attach a light. I could use these shelves, but I'm going to have to attach lights some type of way to these bottom shelves. Now, I mean, I don't have anywhere to put it. I'm for real. So, right now, it's going to have to go on a bottom shelf down here. I'm experimenting. Can this plant live on a bottom shelf in a warm room with light coming in the daytime with no other light source but what's coming in from the window and what this room gives off because of the white walls? That's going to have to be an experiment of mine because of me running out of room. But I'm running out of room, but this plant probably screaming. I hear you. It's screaming so loud. I left that plant out like that without no soil on the roots. Just started hollering. I heard it. Yeah, y'all don't believe that, do you? I could hear that plant. The plant saying, "Put some soil on my roots, woman. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you, woman? Feed me, Seymour. Feed me all night long." The plant was saying, "Feed me, woman." All right, it's planted. This is going to do it for me. I'm realizing something here, people. This is no joke. If the temperatures get steady, I might have to put these in the greenhouse. The only thing about that is at night when the temperature falls down to freezing. I don't want to be doing that, moving, pulling them back in, taking them out the greenhouse, bring them inside if I don't have anywhere to put them inside. Now, there is other areas in the house that I could bring a tray and I can set it inside the house to keep it from freezing. But I may have to do an experiment with that. I'm going to do some researching on it. Will they be able to make it? I think they will. Because what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to move my zinnia plants. And they're good. They're laying down. They're tall. They're kind of leggy, but they're living. And they've been living ever since January the 27th. They've been living ever since January the 27th. These are zinnia plants, flowers, zinnia flowers. These are zinnia flowers. So what I'm going to do here is this. I'm going to set these zinnia flowers off to the side for a moment. And I always keep my containers that I buy like deli products in, snacks and things. I keep these and they come in real handy for this right here. If there is any water seeping out the bottom of these two containers, they're not going to get on my windowsill. And I'm going to slide them up in here just like this. This is a south-facing window. This is a south-facing window. I can save my electricity. I can cut that off. Anything on this top shelf that's in this window, if I put another shelf right here, I probably could put another shelf right here. But I think I'm going a little too far now. That's a lot of plants, people. That's a lot of plants. that's a lot of plants. But everything is looking really good, and it happens fast. I remember when I was putting this thing together, germinating these plants is what I'm talking about. And I may have to stop right here. This may be where I have to stop, because this is one area that I possibly could use. And the light that comes from this window probably would be enough in the morning time. That light is going to be sitting right there. The sun is going to be right there. And this wall right here, in the morning time, the sun is on this wall right here. So what I will do is put another shelf here, just like this shelf. When the plants grow taller, I can remove the boxes. I know you see these boxes over here, poster boxes. They're sitting up to put it closer to the light, to put the plants closer to the light. You all probably can't see it, but you can see part of it. I can remove the boxes because the plants are going to grow taller, and I need to move them away from the light. So this entire shelf is going to be used up at the top, because those plants in this size container, those plants can grow over a foot tall. You're looking at those plants standing that high. And looking at the last frost date for Arkansas in zone 7B, April the 3rd is the last frost date for my location, right? So, we're February 14th. April the 14th is 2 months. And that's exactly what I need. April the 14th, I should be able to plant these plants in the ground. Because if the last frost date is April the 3rd, from the 3rd through the 14th, which is going to give me 11 days to harden these plants off. Those 11 days, I'm going to be bringing the plants outside, taking them outside, letting them stay outside the first day, maybe for about 30 minutes, depending on what the weather is looking like. And I have to watch these plants and bringing them back inside and taking them back outside the next day, maybe for another 30 minutes, and bringing them back inside. Then the next day, maybe an hour, and bringing them back inside. And the next day, maybe for 2-3 hours. It all depends, because I'm trying to see can they stay. So I'm going to be increasing the hours on these bad boys. They're going to either stand straight up or they're going to fall, because I've got to do an experiment. If I can harden them off within 7 days, I'm going to harden them off in 7 days. And I'm giving them some compost tea to make them strong. I'm going to see can I cut my 11 days into about 6 or 7 days. This is Priscilla here. I can't say what anybody else is going to do. This is my experiment. I've never done this before. But look at these plants that's producing. Okay? Look at it. Look at what's happening. The zinnias need a little dose of water. Y'all need a small drink, don't you? Just a little bit. Nothing major. I'll water them from the root in a minute. Because what I'm getting ready to do after I disconnect from these here cameras is, in all actuality, what I'm going to do, I am going to, start setting this room up for a couple more shelves, okay? A couple more shelves to go in here, because I'm going to be in trouble. I am going to be in big trouble if I don't have anywhere to put these plants, okay? There's 2 more shelves at the bottom. no light getting down on the bottom shelf. I have a little miniature lamp that stands this high. I'm going to take the shade off of that lamp. I'm looking right at it right here on the bedroom end table. I'm going to take that shade off of that little bulb. It's just a bulb in there, a regular bulb. I could order another light like this. And I could have this light on the bottom. And it will give these last bottom two shelves enough light, I believe, to do exactly what I need to do without hanging anything from the ceiling. A regular light bulb now. But you know what? It's a lamp, so once I screw it in, it's going to be straight up and down. The neck on that lamp does not bend. So what I would have to do is to lay that lamp down on a box or something and tape it down and make it stationary to do what I need it to do. So I'm going to lay that lamp down on its side, and I'm going to tape it up and protect the wood on that lamp, and I'm going to lay it down, and it's going to emit enough light for these last two shelves. I already solved my problem just that quick. Thank you, Holy Ghost. I already solved that problem. I already solved. And there's two more shelves I can use. So really and truly, these plants that's sitting on the windowsill here, they're going to come off the windowsill. With all the rest of these plants, they need somewhere to go now because everything is taken up. And they're going to be down on the bottom shelf here. Let me catch this call, people. One moment. No. Where am I forever advancing yourself, people? You all know how we do this thing. We do take it from level to level to level to level. It's been good talking to you all today, people, but I've got to go. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click on and smash that like button, baby. I got to catch this call. Peace.